Everything from Mona Kwa Ghana is my YouTube channel. On Cherry, and I get the Prophet KUSI BOATENG, audible up the name Edu Jemfi watching our airport because no pedo took one. Now we ben on my name ye hey, and then ye in Chiremu of the reason tia watching. I was a share video no. Abraham Honabu Sam Ukujetu Ablakwa. Onye Kwame Nkrumah say anye nchirem awo one media no do. Yenhwe video na yambra.
Intimidation. Not even the judiciary can intimidate me. Not even the parliament. And you have seen parliamentarians and a whole caucus making a press conference against me. But I kept my composure. And I stood here and I promised you 2 years ago that whatever you guys had seen and all the lies they were throwing, I told you I will come here to confirm that I am innocent. And by the grace of God, I think last week, Monday, gentleman in parliament called Okujeto Ablakwa spewed all kinds of lies towards me. And he's still saying a lot of lies. Lies like the courts have thrown out my cases, lies like I'm a delegate. I'm too big to be a delegate. I'm not a delegate for any party. I'm a delegate for the kingdom of God. Yes, I have sons. And my sons are not just MPP people. There are a lot of NDC people that I prophesied into position. NDC. I'm more than a delegate. I'm not a delegate. I don't have a double identity. And I have not stolen any monies. And for those of you who have been following the news carefully, Shraj exonerated me and said the issue of a double identity towards me is null and void, and that I never stole anything, but if anything, I should be commended because I rather gave financial assistance to the government for a specific assignment. I am not a thief. I have never stolen monies from our organization, and never will I steal monies from the government. It is a lie. It is false. I have been exonerated. And I hear that even though it is time for elections and people should be concentrating on their messages, they are rather discussing me on their campaigns.
As is expected of a diligent member of parliament carrying out oversight. And Mekohun say, incorporation documents no, they have never indicated say omoya construction. Say principal object of business, what they are setting up to do as a company, skills and talent development. Skills and talent development. And contractors, architects, they are not designers, they do skills and talent development. And I mean, who say, almost stated capital, 500 cities. It is just a small.
Some can almost stated capitals, 500 Ghana cities.
Yes, 500 Ghana cities per. And drew 1,000 po, just 500.
And we are counting, but I said you almost can be gumpasia.
This is a small business. And I may study directors. Me say, omo 3 directors. Johannes Eshen, Reverend Minister. Sheila Eshen, and Kwabena Edu Jemfi. These are the 3 directors. And me a background check. And I mean, who say, Johannes Eshen, Sena or a branch pastor of Reverend Victor KUSI BOATENG, who is serving on the board of trustees, or executive council member, director of the National Cathedral of Ghana, or a branch pastor. And I got even more curious. This is interesting. And to me, friend, on my number, no, the company number, and Madam Sheila Fire. Now, I'm looking into this whole payment as a member of parliament. I want confirmation. Did they really receive 2.6 million from the National Cathedral Secretariat? And Oka said, or your director, but Nikru, no, your MD, or no, or what details? No, into main chain with 2 about 2 weeks time into Obedrua or mobile frame. And I make her say you.
MD.
Oh no, MD, yeah.
Wow.
But interestingly, I just decided to check Odem said this last Sunday, Misuma me agent say omunko sorry ho enko check is eno krese sofono atu kwayampa until about 2 weeks. Surprise omunko ho no. The winya ho the committee 25 baby sorry no one. Pastor no na preach here last Sunday.
Obi oba na dwono.
I say 2 weeks. The friend Wednesday, 2 weeks no should be next week Wednesday. But well, ABR na he cut short the trip. ABR. And so Wababe drew at least Omo frame here. They up to now Omo frame. It's very, very interesting. And I said, okay, these people don't want to give me answers. They are being evasive. Omo krom kra omo se omo etukwai. Enti when third director no kwabna edu jemfe no on no wine. Let me do some checks. And minia it led to a can of worms. Can of worms. A honor bombshell no. Sena all along no unknown to us no. Kwabna edu jemfe or yet director of JNS. Sena is the same person who is Reverend Victor KUSI BOATENG. Now, how do we know? Yenim because supporting documents no omo de BA omo business, omo de register omo business, omo de BA omo accounts at various banks. No? That is the passport. Share the passport of Kwabna Edu Jemfia. Funina Ewohono, the picture is the same as Reverend Victor KUSI BOATENG.
But what was I say? Be no omo yenta for the.
Good question. Good question. Initially, na me join say ebia omo yenta for na ebia just coincidence. Ebia obina oseno pa. Enti I decided to dig further. And me check here over so many other businesses. Dunamis, Duna, JYC, so many other businesses. And I mean say, this name, Kwabna Edu Jemfe, same picture. And me check here the current passport are all using. And to my shock, no, are buying car say Omobema Reverend Victor KUSI BOATENG a diplomatic passport, which by the way, that is another scandal on its own, because diplomatic passport, no, its use is very, very restricted. Meaning what went into the decision to give him a diplomatic passport. But I buy a man of diplomatic passport, which is what he's using now. I'm a track here, no, and one I'll use here just last week, the 12th, or they call Lome. Me tracking no. Sa passport no. A dia a woman, a year, Kwabna Edu Jemfe. Diplomatic passport. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's very shocking. I buy one kasa more appointee Obi on the National Cathedral Board of Trustees. More appointing no. Appointment letters are made the registration documents are made or register for as an executive council member, or you see in a driving license, which is in the name Victor KUSI BOATENG. More websites, more friend of Victor KUSI BOATENG. If you go to the website now, Victor KUSI BOATENG. Enti ebanesena nipa more appointing as Victor KUSI BOATENG, more man of diplomatic passport. Kwabna Edu Jemfe.
Ebi any fee dio anane aliases bi.
Brilliant question. Enti yenyina yenjentum se Edu Jemfe and KUSI BOATENG. Ninyina ye Ghana din. Let's not forget.
Sure.
Ninyina ye Ghana din. I know some people they are not too Pan-African status and mindset and all of that, no. They are not too comfortable with English names until sometimes they drop it.
Okay.
But Ubehun say surname no dear our Fiedin dear no our because on Pebrofudin but or Penifidin. But we no Edu Jemfe KUSI BOATENG. Nina local names. That should be your first observation. But you even put that aside. Enka say ebia Victor KUSI BOATENG Sadino on Pekra into ebia he's in the process of changing his name, doing a name change.
Now what chese kofwe se bia edin no bia wasesa wa gazette ewo enka nwumem.
my checking in on Sisa Nidin here, on your gazette, there is no affidavit. There's nothing like that.
Okay,
and then they may discover your chrono, meaning a West. When them say this is a conscious effort to have a different personality, a dual personality. Why do I say so? Date of birth, are different. Meaning who change you with dinya, another person will change you with dinya, and now what change you with dinya, and affect it with date of birth. Anytime or use it kwabna edu jemfino, the date of birth are different. Fufro. I heard there or say ya wono 30th December 1969 when he is kwabna edu jemfi. Netin are different. The taxpayer identification number or use it are different. It or use it kwabna edu jemfi on person obiabe who say or your Reverend Victor KUSI Boating. Different date of birth, different identity. Say or use Victor KUSI Boating and no documents that I have seen in his name, like in that name Victor KUSI Boating. Date of birth no different. I know 7 September 1971. 1971, 1969, 2 years apart. I mean, how is that possible? Nipa Bako, different dates of birth. Until he organizes different birthday celebrations, different birthday ceremonies. And the Reverend KUSI Boating thing also different. Meanwhile, GRA, they've made it clear, sir, everybody is entitled to only one unique thing. With taxpayer identification number, no, it's unique to you as an individual. So why do we have these different personalities? Why? It is very, very, very shocking. Very shocking. Now, what makes matters worse, sir? This whole JNS scandal no, is about Ghana Sika. According to documents, Omodeba Parliament, almost say Omotia JNS 2.6 million for contractors mobilization. What this discovery means, and it says, Sir Kwabna Edu Jemfi, who is director at JNS, Onoane Victor KUSI Boating, and Tisikana National Cathedral, the board, decisions they are making to make payments. No, what this means, Reverend KUSI Boating is just paying himself, paying his company. That's what it means. It's a way a direct conflict of interest. Direct. Ufa kuna kona bia enyeyi. Intiana, interesting. After this revelation, National Cathedral Secretariat statement omu issue and draw. My name is one who statement.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Omu say na omu hu achiro omu ente na omu hia busia and Reverend KUSI Boating say obetumi organize a quick loan ama interest free loan. Enti omu jisikano from Reverend KUSI Boating ho.
Yes, uncle for now see one account to scare them a paltry 500 Ghana cedis.
That was the almost stated capital.
Stated capital at Registrar General. Omo account no there. Omo bank statement now me secure JNS bank statement no. Omo account 26 February 2021. Omo account no meaning it was empty account, zero. 500 crown, no, they didn't even have it to put it in there. 000. Now, a zero, sir, until 23rd August. And I buy a transfer 3.5 million into that account, GNS4 account. But I got
3.5 million.
For what?
Good question. In my expose, no, I said that the finance minister will have to come and answer.
Because honorable
Parliament, when Parliament resumes, we will be demanding answers from the finance minister because even the breakdown of the money, the 339 million, whose steady breakdown now, this payment of 3.5 million to JNS and Kaho is not there. It's not listed.
Now, honorable,
yeah.
In every finance department, say sikabi kwa on vote say emfanya dwuma bi say ya. One, you need to raise a voucher. Accompanying it no ade na kwakoye itemized ayini nyina e wo so
na akoha treasury akoha wo triplicates quadruplicates no me ade nyina ewo ho akodru ba bia wo append wo signature nyina wo ho eno no akọ auditamia audit we no nyina pede wo ye no sanity because I've worked in the finance department before.
Brilliant submission. Indiana make us say ordinarily no, all of these payments about National Cathedral, it should have been transparent. We should have seen all of these documentations, but we don't have it. As I say, I'm buying a catch say a Juma Ben a JNS a year. Yet on the 23rd of August, because almost Swift code now is Controller Accountant General for almost Swift code. I'm year transfer of 3.5 million. And what this revelation means, they say, Sikana National Cathedral Board no eka say, oh, Reverend KUSI BOATENG or ye cabinet do fee operating JNS no. Sika Ghana for Sika. Because 23rd August or receive 3.5 million in his account from government. And then they are claiming, say, on the 26th of August, National Cathedral wrote a letter requesting an interest-free loan to Reverend KUSI BOATENG, aka Kwabena Edujemfi. And then 27th August, they received the money. And
letter date being
26th August.
26th August?
Yes.
And about a
and interested the next day at 27th August. Almost receive it cash no into the account.
Me but what share at the date because
yes. My share on statement it's even there. So much raw letter request for loan.
Earth
26th August.
A buying sicker.
Yeah.
So even after you've raised the voucher.
Yeah.
Na ako audit ho. Na wa mu hem. Na asamba back.
Yeah.
And take you kuranya na watch anana watch.
Yeah. And JNS for no so mu receive letter no. Until my Fred directors meeting, no board meeting, nothing. Or mu receive letter no why no mu issue check and being who such an efficient banking system there. Less than 24 hours now. Or more prove or more transfer. Sikana hiti account 27th August.
Young fan is a modernism crept into it.
Yes, and a miracle. So say we are dealing with men of God. These supernatural powers. Yeah. Usher all of these stories now. Minia, it doesn't look good. Young Kanokre is horrible.
But in all this, Enra response a free secretariat in Waba. Minimsawa King Kaimu Ubuajo in Chema Wamadi Amawo Ama Omai.
Debbie, honestly, me boy for more.
Why?
Eddie Kain, secretariat no kase Reverend KUSI BOATENG and a mao musikano. What that means, ne say secretariat no I confirm say Reverend KUSI BOATENG onwana oya Kwabena Edujemfi. That's a clear confirmation. And if you knew that, why are you then dealing with JNS? Number two, I don't think that documents no more deba parliament no. On one country parliament say a loan and ana omochia. And where are the supporting documents? The documents be a pile over 200 pages. Until rebate for we have the agreement, we have the contract. Even negotiations meetings, meeting be almost negotiations are 11,700 they spend on those negotiations. We have all of those details. They accounted for all of that. The architect, Ajay, the contract, the agreements, and all of that. Even though it's really on the high side, they brought all of it. JNS in Kwan, there is no supporting documents. Until the agreement for the loan agreement, it doesn't exist. There is no board resolution, no board minutes, no board authorization. But
that recourse to the board.
Exactly.
Per corporate governance principles.
Exactly. Corporate governance structure. Internally, bisa the board resolution. Say board resolution no him. Where are the board minutes? And a JNS no. When the license say omo koye lending as a lending institution. Say omo koma loans. Because on my way there are laws. So a company cannot just on its own. Company I will say object of business, skills and talent development. Suddenly, my loans. You cannot do that. You cannot. And Argentina, all of these documents to Parliament, at no point, nowhere in the document did they state say a loan repayment na omoye. Rather no. Rather they told Parliament say omo tia contractors mobilization. In other words, no JNS. Omo contractors and omo babe ye juma into ye ma omo sika ye mobilize ama omo to go and execute a contract. When did the story change? When did the story change? And what do they take the Parliament of Ghana for? What do they take us for?
Honorable, obey argument is say, unim so nyankopon so dan de se wo si na du ba bi na de mra ne nhihye ne ade ade wa hwe a wontimi nsi o.
Minia, yanyina ye name. As a Christopher said, eba nyankopon sorry dan ya. It's even the more reason, as I said, the BIA, finchim, I mean, you're making sure say you're acting above board because sorry. Sure, look at the stories in the Bible. Sena, Jesus the Christ, the only time an ebufu offer abadi kwa was when they were defiling the temple.
Sure.
He said, the temple no on fund diagro. Yanko First Chronicles. The only time Nyameka say, oh, peso ye bibi mami, but you stop it, mempe, and so many. Hey, when David said, say, me see, sorry, ama nyankopon. Nyameka say, David, won't send fata, you have shed blood. We couldn't grow for it, stop it. May I accept it. You cannot build a temple for me. Inti, a bad temple more, that's when we have to make sure, say, adia. Say a fata, we are conducting ourselves above board. Why all of this secrecy, all of this lack of transparency, these diversions, these scandals upon scandals? I think, more documents, more say 2.6 million, more the contractors mobilization for JNS. Say the story analysis, ababe a loan from Reverend KUSI BOATENG. And more confirming say Onoana or yet Kwabena Edujemfi. Clearly that's what you are confirming. Indeed, I mean, cock and bull stories. Cock and bull stories.
Now, one more letter now on the buyer in response to the also the Betugano. One more address say, sir, name you Kwabena Edujemfi, namely at the idea. One more address say.
Daddy, you see, conveniently, no. They are silent. I'm addressing, and they should be addressing it.
But almost about doing say Reverend KUSI BOATENG is on his own. It is say okuta di mienu so yaman passport to mienu abia be different name no there. He should come and answer.
But okay statement carefully. Almost say Reverend KUSI BOATENG na boa omo ema omo loan into 2.6 million. It was a refund. Now refund no, it's in the name of JNS. So they are indirectly telling us they know.
Okay.
And indeed, Andra Metier, Dr. Popoku Mensah, the executive director at the secretariat, or admit say no omunim say Reverend KUSI BOATENG is the same as Kwabena Edujemfi. But what he cannot speak to, the different dates of birth, the different things, and no dear.
Me babujo say wo kope passport. Mimi kuta passport kwa me nkroma no metimi akọ na masanko ye bia mimi midi me abofu din di Isaac me kura me fili say sa from Isaac no na ke bia me de eno so my different passport because eno no omba ya mamsa
debe omo be chill actually omba ka say chain na omo free police na ya chill
o me be bada yes na nya ya we police be na wum.
Oh yes because it means you engage in fraud. I have fraud.
Now, how did he manage to do
because,
it?
Because Indiana who could passport your foul biometrics. Why do you think we do the biometrics? It's to avoid things like this. So that Nipa Bako, you won't go and have multiple passports. Mienu, Miensa, and nine under different names. Now they hear all kinds of things. Police for show Achiwa, then it becomes difficult.
Okay.
And you will be arrested immediately. That scenario now we're painting. Internet is shocking, sir. These are all biometric systems. And your passport office in Kwao, who call Registrar General Hoswa, or different businesses in different names. It doesn't appear that Registrar General knows. And if they know, they are looking the other way. What BT's our system also. Who call GRS or different things. What BT GRF also. And who is this man? Who is this Victor KUSI Boateng? Kwabne Dujenfi? There. And Yaka say illegal. You can't do it. You bet you. Or no, there. He's doing it with ease. And has survived all these years. How is that possible? How is that possible? And we share a passport. And yet, BB Ostati and Deo. And he's been doing this for many years. This dual personality, many years. Companies need be registered 2015, a bit 2016, a bit 2019, 2020. And then the companies not there. I wonder how he has time to combine. I mean, man, prophet, businessman, he's probably an institution who should be studied. Because ononkwa the kwabna do Genfi companies, it be YCV Construction Limited.
But it abounds everywhere. Yes,
Academy FC Limited, L Dunamis Media Limited, On Point One Laundry Limited, Vibrant Generation Chapel, Worldwide LBG Dunamis, Dunamis Chapel Worldwide, L Dunamis Enterprise.
But the man is industrious.
And a Duna Media Foundation. Oh, very. But be industrious legitimately, legally, not under different identities. It should not be dubious, it should not be criminal.
Yeah, you know, Centra, if you're watching or airport, na video ya za Yesusu. There onamda onunti watching Prophet KUSI Boateng. Ma enya also watching chere our comment section. Wasn't subscribe, share. The mobile video for free about Sabaka. Yamisha, bye bye.